Open Sesame. All right, your boy Chosen, man. Like, subscribe, and join my commentary. If not, for nothing, you are trash, and I disagree. Let's talk about it. I got Mob Psycho as the biggest, biggest disappointment of fall 2022.
振られちゃったらどうなる僕は
This anime, literally, this season could have just been a movie. My biggest, biggest, biggest disappointment, man. And all of my worries I was worried about when I saw the trailer came to fruition with this anime. What I'm talking about, number one, I said, how are they going to get a villain? I mean, who's going to be the next villain? In season 2, he fought the only other person that could give him a challenge, right? The strongest other guy. Anybody else, who are they going to come up with? Are they going to make some Dragon Ball Z? Like, it's a dude in a different universe. He comes out of nowhere to fight. Like, no. Like, they're going to pull a villain out of their, out of the butt. And then I watched another trailer, and then it was like, they're alluding to Dimple being the villain. And I'm like, how is Dimple going to be the villain when he's seen in 4K how strong Mob is? Like, he can't really think he's going to beat Mob. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And lo and behold, what happens? Dimple somehow becomes a villain, but then he's not a villain. He really technically doesn't physically hurt anybody. Spoiler alert, he like brainwashes them and then he wants Mob to come along. But then it's never any danger. It's never serious. It's never serious. And I was like, and that was also something I worried about because I said, yo, this gimmick of Mob being ridiculously strong and then still kind of timid is gonna kind of wear on you after 2 seasons of it. And it does. And it's like, yo, this is just goofy. What are him and Dimple even fighting over? And then Dimple is like, quote unquote, trying to realize that he's actually friends with Mob on some friendship stuff. And he's like, tries to be the villain, but in his heart, he really just wanted to be with Mob the entire time because he didn't have any other purpose, I guess. And this felt like this could have been tackled one in a OVA by itself or in an earlier season, way before season 2. Like, why is Dimple now gonna go through this after he's seen how strong Mob was? Like, what? Didn't enjoy it, didn't like it, felt goofy. Now, the second half of the season was like a goofy romance. It was, as you see in your video, he's going to bring flowers to a girl he's had a crush on. If you've been watching the shows, it's that same girl. And while I do agree with the moral lesson of the show is never hold your emotions in, right? And because if you hold your emotions in, especially men, we hold our emotions in, we act tough, and while we're really crumbling on the inside, leads to depression, then somebody may eventually take their life because they don't know how to vent. They don't talk to nobody. Like, oh, he never reached out, bro. You always seem happy. Everyone puts on a face for the world, even though they're hurting inside, right? And it's okay to be hurt. It's okay to express your emotions. So I agree with that moral of the story, right? But once again, this didn't need to be a season. This could have been tackled in a 2 hour movie, and I guess 2 hour movie is 20 minutes an episode. That's what, 6 episodes? This could have been tackled in a 2 hour movie, and it slimmed out the fat. Like I said, the dimple part wasn't needed, and the second half part was just kind of old to show the other characters, because Mom goes on a rampage, and the older characters, some of the older villains, get to show face. It's like, oh, there they are again, and oh, they're doing good, and they're on the right path now. They try to stop Mob, and it doesn't work, and now they're on the right path. Oh, cool. Yeah, you probably were wondering about them. What? What? Just what? And then to wrap this all up, the reason why Mom goes on a rampage is because he pushes a kid out the way to save him, and he gets hit by a car, and then his inner emotions take him over. How does Mob? And he's like, oh, it happened so fast, and it's like it happened so fast he couldn't put his psychic power up. He couldn't stop it with his psychic powers. Like, I guess that was supposed to be them trying to say he's trying to live out being human, but a split second before he uses powers to stop a different car from hitting something. and he didn't have time to use his powers right there in that split second, and he's basically the strongest person in the universe. Felt kind of stupid. But like I said, this anime is not supposed to be taken serious, but it wasn't serious at all, and the gimmicks were just kind of tired. It felt goofy. I didn't enjoy it at all. It felt like this season should have came out before season two, or just like I said, came out in a movie. It should have been a movie to wrap everything up. They should have did out Hakuyo volleyball. I forgot the volleyball anime. They were gonna do a movie to wrap it up. This definitely should have been a movie to wrap it up, and it was terrible, trash, especially for a historic fall anime season. Because I listed the top five anime of the season. This was garbage, garbage, trash, trash. Yes, so I gotta give the most disappointing anime of fall 2022 to Mob Psycho. I'm glad this series is over. I'm gonna remember for season two, not season three. Season three, in my opinion, waste of time. Should have just been a movie. Would have been done. But to each his own. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Am I tripping? Am I going too hard on it? Did y'all enjoy the season? Real out with it, man. It's your boy Chosen, man. I'm out.